Hey good people, it's Amy from Save or Salvage Scent. Hope you're doing great. Today I wanted to do a speed round on 12 of my favorite scents that are often called Middle Eastern, Arabic. Middle Eastern is a kind of Eurocentric term based on centering, literally Eurocentric, centering Europe. But anyways, these are all scents that I believe are made in UAE. A lot of these are being blown up right now. So I just thought I would share, as I've been kind of dabbling over the last few years, which I think are like super great and totally worth the hype they're getting. And then a few that I think are not, like, are under-recognized for as great as they are. So I'm gonna dive in. This might be the ship that sailed many, many popular Arabic scents. This is Raghba by, I think is this a Lattafa? I'll put it in the comments. I think it's Lattafa. I love this. So this is a super woody hint oud, but I get mostly a woody vanilla and a very resinous one. Now, like with some of these scents, I get this interesting kind of rubbery feel, especially when I first bought it and got it. That has died down a bit, but it has this, I would say, kind of almost industrial and woody, incensey vanilla. I think it's gorgeous. It's still very affordable. And this was one of the first scents that I knew from the Arabic world to be totally blown up in the last few years. So, and I think it's well worth the hype. Next, another that got a tremendous amount of attention. This is Nebras by Lattafa. And this, I believe, is a dupe for the original Billie Eilish perfume. This is a very candied, this is a really candied, heavy, thick, sweet vanilla. I think it's just so gorgeous. This is one that I go back to over and over. I love to layer it with things. And again, super affordable, absolutely delicious and wonderful. Speaking of delicious and wonderful, I think Choco Musk is amazing. This is probably my third little roller ball. I really like the oil much better than the spray. And I use this a lot in my hair. Again, I layer it, you know, I'm sure a lot of you know the scent, but for those of you who don't, my take is it's much more vanillic than chocolate. It reminds me of when you make a really good vanilla dessert, they often say to add a tiny bit of chocolate or coffee to it. And that just really brings out the vanilla, enhances it. It makes it really deep and interesting. That's what I get from this. A lot of people say Tootsie Roll. I don't really get that. I get like a really beautiful vanilla that has a tiny bit of a cocoa or a chocolatey or almost like a coffee feel. And again, this is, I mean, it's so inexpensive. This is a few dollars. Again, this is another one that layers well, and this smells like $1 million to me. Honest to God, it's so good. So Choco Musk, super popular. Oh, and that's, I think, by Al-Haramain. Again, I'll put all the makers in the notes and the captions. Another scent that kind of took off around the time of Choco Musk, I believe, is Soft. Who makes this? So again, I'll put it in the notes, but Soft to me is a, if there was such a thing as a lemon cotton candy, this is it. It's beautiful. Some people say it reminds them of pink sugar. I get a little of that, but I get a lot of lemon too, especially at first. But then it really dries down to that like slightly burnt smell, slightly candied, and lemon. So to me, it's got all these things that I love. And this, again, is super inexpensive. I want to say this is about $8 or $9. And you can see I'm about halfway through this bottle and I absolutely love it. So Soft. And then this is another one that was just completely blown up. Lattafa's Khamrah. This is one, I'm going to be honest, you know, a lot of people say that with these scents, they need to, I don't know if it's the right word to say master it. They need to sit for a while and kind of come together, especially after they've been shipped. But it's not been my experience with all of these. In fact, most of these were great from the beginning. This was not. I smelled this in a shop and it was therefore older and I absolutely loved it. Like very ambery. It's, you know, supposed to be kind of looking like a liquor bottle. It's duping the Killian scent that came out around that time. Name I can't think of. Anyways, it's supposed to be kind of like liquor. I get a little bit of like maybe a rumminess, but mostly amber. And I would say even some spice like cinnamon maybe. And now that it's sat for a while, it's absolutely beautiful and I think well worth the hype. This scent, Artisan Ethnique by Lattafa, I think it's called the Pride line. This has gotten a lot of hype recently as a really good dupe for a expensive popular vanilla perfume. I'll put that name below again. But I think this is another one. When it first came, I was kind of like, oh, it's okay. And then after this sat, I just sprayed this because I have so many perfumes. I sprayed this on a test trip. I have so many perfumes in my body today. It reminds me a little of Raghba. It's got that like more industrial kind of oody smell with lots of vanilla. This is a very grown-up vanilla, and I believe all scents are unisex, but I feel like this, compared to some of my scents, leans a little masculine. I love it. I think it's great. It gives me a little bit of a by the fireplace kind of vibe. It's got that smoky, oody, slightly industrial to me, vanillic thing going on, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This also can be found very inexpensively and I think smells very expensive. My favorite, perhaps, from the last few years that I've purchased, I believe this is supposed to be a dupe of vanilla powder. This is called Fursan White. And who is this made by? Amy. Again, I will put the information down below. This, oh, amazing. This is another one, when you first get it and spray it, it was a little light. Like I was having a hard time kind of getting it. And I think part of that is its powdery nature. But oh my gosh, you guys, this is one where you might not even smell it a ton on yourself in the beginning. And then through the day, you'll just get these little whiffs and you're like, is that me that smells so good? This is so beautiful. I think it's very modern. It's this, yeah, it's powdery. It's a little creamy, strangely. I don't know how those two things can be at once. Almost like a marshmallowy kind of feel with this beautiful vanilla. It's powdery without being Johnson's baby powder, you know? It almost reminds me a little powdered sugar, but not terribly sweet either. I don't know. This is gorgeous, inexpensive. This smells to me like a $400 niche perfume. It is so beautiful. I can't stop wearing it. I'm crazy about it. So good. Fursan White. Okay, so those are the ones I feel like have been talked about a lot. Now I'm going to talk about 5 that, whether or not they've been talked about, for as good as they are, I don't think they're talked about enough. Some of these are barely talked about. This first one kind of blew up for a while. This is called Quissa Delicious. I don't know what that means, Quissa. This is another one. I am so addicted to this. This can be found for $15 to $20 where I live. This smells exactly like if you threw in, do you know the Terry's chocolate oranges? The ones that look like sectioned oranges that are covered in chocolate? If you took that and you married it with a chocolate orange marshmallow, this is phenomenal. It reminds me a lot of, was it Prada Candy Night? That was kind of the vanillic chocolate powdery Prada. It is, to me, as good or better than that. And this is dirt cheap. And this is one where I immediately bought a second bottle because I thought, I can't be without this. It's so good to layer. It's gorgeous on its own. It is a bit light, or at least, I've only owned it for a few months. So I've, done everything from wear it to bed to wear it to work, but I like to layer it again. But I do find if I really want to get a lot through the day, I have to spray a lot of this, but it is phenomenal. Quissa Delicious. Hope I'm saying it correctly. Next, I think these both are by Zaafaran. I hope I'm saying it correct. Please tell me if I'm not. Dalal has gotten a little bit of love, I feel like. Or is this by Al-Rehab? Anyways, I'll put it in the comments. This is, you can see I don't wear this enough, but I really love it. This is slightly woody, caramel and orange. Caramel and orange together, what a beautiful combination. This is another one that's dirt cheap, so gorgeous, great for layering, but absolutely beautiful on its own, and I think terrific in the colder months. So that's Dalal. One that I feel like almost never gets talked about, and I don't know why. However, it might be the name. I struggle to say it. Again, I think it's by the company, hope I'm pronouncing it right, Zaafaran. The name is Ameerat is it Ehsaas? Ehsaas? Again, help me. This is, to me, the perfect dupe of the original Versace Crystal Noir. I am a lover of coconut, but I don't always love coconut when it's super tropical. I get mostly, this one I got to spray. I just love it so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe this is slightly tropical, but it's mostly to me like a slightly sandalwoody, lightly woody scent with lots of coconut. And it's not like, I don't think it's the coconut that's overdone these days. I'll just say it's more of a dry, maybe fleshy, but not super sweet, not suntan lotion coconut. It's beautiful. And this is, again, I think $8 or $9 or $10. Such a deal. Amazing. This gets a little attention. This is another one by Crown Perfumes, which I think is Al-Rehab. Again, I'll put the information in the comments. This is Love Apple. I have also turned a few of my friends onto this, male, female. We all love it. This smells like a candied apple. Like, it is exactly a candied apple. It is so beautiful. It's, again, great layered, great on its own. This to me smells as good as some of the niche apple scents I have. It is terrific. Love Apple. So good. $3 to $5. Crazy. So delicious. Last but not least, this one I would say is not for everybody. I find it to be a bit weird. I'm a lot weird, so it works for me. This is Artisan Perfumery. Who made this? Fragrance World made this. Artisan Perfumery line called Brown Sugar. Now, not named, honestly, great in my opinion. First of all, how cool is this bottle? I think it's super cool for a contemporary bottle. But what this actually smells like, and I forget what it's duping, I'll put the information below again. I want to say it's a, is it Boho Boko? Is that how you say the company? They have a red wine scent, and that is what this is. This to me is, okay, it has a little brown sugar, but this is one of the most realistic red wine scents that I've enjoyed. So it's not for everybody. I mean, it's super balsamic. It definitely smells like wine. I mean, it is like, not a little bit, but I think it's so interesting and arty. I think it's well named as far as an Artisan Perfumery line. This is so interesting. I think would be so, I love it all the time, honestly, but I think it would be so great during the winter holidays when you're drinking like, you know, toddies and things. That's the vibe it gives me. It is kind of like a warmed, sugary red wine, and maybe has a little bit of, you know, spice in it too. It is so nice. So this is Brown Sugar by Fragrance World. So good. So those were 12 of my favorite or Arabic scents. Would love to hear from you. Do you like any of these? Do you feel like any of them are totally overhyped? Are there ones that are new to you? And are there any that are on your list that I don't have here that you either love and are wearing or need to buy? Okay, talk soon. Have a great day. Bye.